In the histories of the Empire, the Imperial fists have built many stronghold worlds, defenders of Terra itself. One such shrine, the shrine in the cathedral to the angels ascendant, lies within the city. The Iron Warriors, despised enemies of the Imperial Fist, sworn foes, hated in all of the millennia, have come to defile this point of Imperial sanctity. Hearing the call, the Black Templars and the Tallarn make ready for battle in this tactical escalation. Let's begin. Hello and welcome to another Scardcast Battle Report. Today we have Jared on the channel, and we are here playing at Sir Games-A-Lot in Barrie, Ontario, Canada. Thank you to Sir Games-A-Lot and Vince for letting us film and play games here. Make sure you check the link down below to the Facebook page. There's always good tables and stuff here. Anyway, cool Ruined City.
Very cool.
Yeah, the mission is Maelstrom of War Mission 3, which is Tactical Escalation. We've got one objective here in the corner by the rubbled something or other. We've got one objective here, the roads coming in and out. One objective in the middle of the cathedral. One at the entrance of the cathedral. There will be a lot of fighting in this area here. The Munitorium Cache and an Administratum building is another important objective. And of course the crossroads, which were the key to moving troops around with the roads in such a confined city district. All in all, we've got 1,250 points of Imperials. The Tallarn Imperial Guard, once again, with their Black Templar allies, against the forces of the Iron Warriors, the might of the Legion of old, come to defile this holy, sacred place. So, let's get to the armies, let's get to deployment, and let's get to the death and destruction that will ensue. Okay, Jared.
Hello.
Well, you have your Iron Warriors, which you've been working on, and let's see what you've brought in this 1,250 point Highlander Combined Arms Detachment.
Yeah, so I'm leading my Warsmith in the Kerrigan. He has the Siegebreaker's Maze and Sigil of Corruption and Give Mutation. He's leading the motley crew of Chaos Cultists.
Ooh, motley crew.
I also have 2 squads of Chaos Space Marines, both with a champ with a power weapon of some sort and melty guns. Mutilator, and then 2 squads of 2 Obliterators.
That's right.
Iron Warriors.
That's right.
1 squad of Chaos Marines is a Rhino. I also have a Vindicator Siege Tank, a Hellbrute with Reaper Autocannon and Commie Bolter, 3 Chaos Bikers, champ with a Lightning Claw and 2 melty guns. And finally, a squad of 3 Terminators with Lightning Claws and Commie Plasmas.
And to round it all off...
Oh, and Aegis Defense Line.
They're not Iron Warriors.
Literally rounding it out.
Yeah, yeah, rounding it out, literally. They're not Iron Warriors unless there's a wall involved.
Yeah, they need a wall.
Okay, 1,250 points of Chaos Space Marines, namely the hated foe of the Imperial Fists, the Iron Warriors. Defenders of Humanity, the Imperial Force, 1,250 points. We have a main combined arms detachment of Tallarn Imperial Guard. They were the main force brought to reclaim the city. And we have a company commander. We've got a couple of melter guns in there and a plasma pistol. That's right, plasma pistol.
Woo! Big spender.
Exactly. We've got 1 platoon, 2 squads of 10 men, and we've got a platoon commander with a couple of flamers. Then we've got second troop is a veteran unit with a chimera, and they have they're stealthy, and they've got the Tallarn upgrade, which makes them move through cover and reroll 1s when shooting. And then we have in fast attack a Valkyrie. That's right.
Looks pretty familiar.
Oh, it does. I wonder where I got that from. And a Sentinel, a Scout Sentinel. Rounding off heavy support, we've got a Lehman Russ Exterminator with heavy bolters and Daka stuff. And then an allied detachment, the Pious and morale-boosting Black Templars, zealous to the core, descendants of the Imperial Fists, a successor chapter.
Boo.
Says the Imperial hater over here. Led by Chaplain Iago. Haven't seen him on the board in a while. It's one of the first models I ever painted. We have the Terminator squad, the Sword Brethren, with a Chain Fist and a Cyclone missile launcher. And we've got a tactical squad with a multi-melter and a plasma gun in a Rhino. So, 1,250 points ready to defend the Basilica at all costs. Okay, and under the shadow of the shrine, we have the armies arrayed for battle. The Chaos Space Marine Iron Warriors want to take the first turn. They've deployed an Aegis defense line across this area here with the cultists ready to take either of these important objectives. A Vindicator here with no siege shield or dozer blade of any kind. Risky business.
It's got Soul Blaze.
It does. It has Soul Blaze on its gun. We've got the Hellbrute with the autocannon ready to bust through the wall here. A foot troop Iron Warriors unit with the Chaos Lord. His Warlord trait being Iron Within. It's a Feel No Pain 4+, very tough. And a Rhino squad over there ready to go through here with the bikes in close support. The Tallarn and Templars, taking advantage of the 6-inch coherency in ruins, have deployed a multi-melter in that ruin with 5-man combat squad. The command squad in Chimera here. His Warlord trait is Preferred Enemy, Codex of my choice. So I picked Codex Tau. No, I'm kidding. So him and his melter guns, Preferred Enemy, Chaos. The Terminators back here. The forward sentries up here in that rubble with their plasma gun and 2 grenade launchers. I've combined 2 of my units, and they have the Chaplain leading them with another combat squad with a plasma gun here, and the Lehman Russ Exterminator holding up the rear. Now we also have a Valkyrie with a platoon command squad with 2 flamers in reserve, and a Sentinel outflanking with a multi-laser. And the Iron Warriors have a Mutilator in reserve, have 3 Combi Plasma Terminators in reserve, and 2 units of 2 Obliterators in reserve. It's quite a lot they have in reserve. So, Chaos wants to take the first turn. They want to defile.
Sure do. All about it.
And this fateful dice means that the Tallarn want to use their guerrilla tactics to try and seize the initiative. Do they seize the initiative? They do. It is Tallarn and Templars, turn 1. Haha!
Oh, wow.
Let's begin.
All right.
Okay, High Command has ordered the Tallarn and the Templars to take no prisoners. So, I moved and ran most of my forces. The Lehman Russ Exterminator took a pot shot at that Rhino and succeeded in blowing off its Stormbolter and doing another hull point in damage, but the Rhino has 1 hull point remaining. The rest of shooting, nothing really happened other than the Vox Chimera orders, and the veterans failed to move, so they only ran 3 inches in the ensuing shooting phase, while the Terminators are holding up the rear guard with their Cyclone rocket launcher. We're moving on to the Iron Warriors' first turn, and the Dark Gods have issued him to hungry for glory. So,
Gotta do some challenges.
Bellowing the curses to the Dark Gods, they surge forth, ready to destroy the Imperial scum.
1/6 chance of happening.
Okay, so turn 1 for the Iron Warriors. The central force has moved and ran. The Vindicator killed 1 of the spread out veterans after a bad scatter, but the Vanguard bike unit moved up 12 and made their charge against the blob, issuing a challenge, satisfying the gods hungry for glory. In other news, this Rhino got very scared, gunned it, and blew itself up, losing its last hull point, rolling a 1 for dangerous terrain, giving me first blood. Meanwhile, the unit of Chaos Space Marines is, just ran behind this ruin here, just not to get shot up. So, we have 1 point for First Blood for the Imperials, and 1 point for Hungry for Glory for the Chaos Space Marines after turn 1. And now the reserves might start to show up. In combat, the Chaplain lost a wound against a Lightning Claw, and I lost another Guardsman in the ensuing combat as well. So I've got 2 reserves to arrive. I have the Sentinel that arrives, and I have the Valkyrie that has decided to stay out. Okay, on to the second turn. I still have no prisoners, and then High Command will issue me another order. Domination. Don't think that's possible right now. Imperial High Command has great, like...
They're over-ambitious.
Yeah, they're very ambitious. Okay, on to the...
all the objectives.
Yeah. Second turn. The odds of that are unbelievable. Turn 2 for the Imperial forces. I ordered them to tank Hunter, and they put one hull point on the Hellbrute. The multi-laser put another hull point on the Hellbrute, and last but not least, the rocket launchers from the Terminators put its last hull point, and I did knock it out, luckily, because if not, it would have just rampaged through my lines. The Leman Russ Exterminator opened fire and killed 2 of the Space Marines with the Chaos Lord, while my Chaplain killed the Lightning Claw Sergeant. So he has 1 wound left, he's bleeding, he's surrounded by Guardsmen, and I lost another Guardsman in the process. And then this guy over here came in, and he's going to shoot at those cultists over there. Okay, and we're moving on to turn 2 for the Iron Warriors, but the Iron Warriors drew...
Domination.
And
Blood and Guts.
Okay, so destroy something in the assault phase. Yeah. And I did get no prisoners for killing the Hellbrute, which means that we're 2 points to 1 point. And of course, we have reserves to arrive.
Oh, yeah.
For Chaos.
Mutilator?
Nope.
Terminators?
Yep.
And the Obliterators.
1 shows up. So we've got the Terminators and 1 unit of Obliterators showing up to the game. Okay, so turn 2. We had the Obliterators tank hunting. 1 Meltagun hit, and he succeeded in rolling a 1 for the armor pen roll. So it can only snap shoot and has taken a hull point. The Plasma Terminators dropped down, blew up the Chimera, killing 3 of the Meltaguns, and my Warlord is not pinned, and he has 1 buddy with him. In combat, the Chaplain did 3 wounds on the bikes, 3 failed saves, 3 failed feel no pains. He killed all the bikes, and the other Marines charged in, lost 2 of their numbers, but 8 of the Tallarn have fallen. And this guy got a boon because he challenged, and he's now +1 initiative. So he's going to be smacking my Chaplain if he ever gets to him at the same initiative. On this far flank, we had the Chaos Cultist move and run behind, out of line of sight, so that the Sentinel stops harassing them. And we have the end of the turn. So no objectives.
I'm going to discard Domination.
The same as the Imperial forces. They find that is very far-fetched.
It's a bit unrealistic.
Yeah, it is, definitely. And reserves. Does the Valkyrie arrive with the platoon commander? He does. Just in time as the reserves start pouring in. And now I get 3 objectives this turn. So, my 3 objectives are secure objective 6, secure objective 1, and scour the skies, which we redraw because he has no flyers. Ascendancy, which is control any 3 objective markers for D3 objective points. Moving on to turn 3, and as the Imperial forces push forward, the Warlords are out in the open. Let's see what happens after this.
Your turn 3.
Okay, so turn 3 for the Imperial forces. I lost another sergeant here, and I killed 1 more of the Chaos Space Marines. The Chaplain and his last remaining Tallarn are fighting a booned up sergeant that now has 2+ armor save as well. These guys ignored cover with their order and killed 1 model since Feel No Pain helped save the Meltagun. The Terminators came out of hiding from this ruin, charged into the Obliterators and murdered them, but did lose their sergeant in the process, while the command captain, the whole warlord, charged into the last surviving Terminator, took a wound, and the last surviving Terminator survived. And last but not least, this over here, I didn't run them because the Sentinel tried to run to gain that objective to give me ascendancy, and rolled a 1 on his run, so I was unable to get ascendancy, but I do secure objective 6 after taking out the Obliterators, and I'm going to keep secure objective 1 because only the cultists hold that objective. So we shall see. They are pretty tough. So we'll see what happens. So right now we're 3 points to the Imperial forces, to 1 point.
1 point.
1 point, but now you still have Blood and Guts, which is kill a unit in combat, and you have 2 more, which are secure objective 3, which is somewhere, we'll find out, and secure objective 6, which is what the Obliterators might come in and get if they arrive this turn. We've got a Mutilator and Obliterators.
Oh yeah, let's see if they come in. Mutilator
Arrives.
Obliterators in.
Arrive. Everybody arrives. It's a full game, ladies and gentlemen, and there's a lot of death left to happen. Okay, Iron Warriors turn 3. We have the Chaplain and the Sergeant knock each other out in the combat. Oh man, he failed 2 2+ saves and only made 1 of the 6+ invols. Feel no pains. So they knocked each other out, but the Guardsmen held, and they're fighting 1 Chaos Space Marine bravely. The Lord and his 2 Marines charged in and murdered all the veterans in combat, and they consolidated. So he has got no prisoners for 1 point. The Obliterators tried to deep strike within objective 3. They scattered way back, but they did plasma cannon a couple of Terminators, and a few of these Space Marines also died. And the Mutilator tried to objective secure this objective to take it away from me, but mishapped and went back into reserve. In other news, the cultists have spread out, knowing that there's flamers afoot. And I still have secure objective 1 and ascendancy to hold 3 objectives, which I feel I will be able to do this turn. But it is turn 4, so I get 2 more objective cards. 4, Harness the Warp, which I cannot do, so I'll redraw, and secure objective 6 again, which is right next to my Lehman Russ Exterminator. An overwhelming firepower. Try to kill something in the shooting phase. Okay, my commander did pass his refractor field, so he's still alive with 2 wounds, but things are getting tight as his lord is still rampaging around, and I'm running out of things to deal with it, and now I've got these Obliterators that are teleported in the backfield. Okay, moving on to turn 4. We're on to turn 4. So the end of turn 4 saw the 2 Marines die here. I shot a lot, and then the Terminators failed a 9-inch charge. I did nothing against the Obliterators. The Multi-Meltar missed that shot. This Rhino moved and turbo boosted to contest that objective to make it harder for him to get. And in shooting, the Valkyrie moved up, put a hull point on the Vindicator, and the Sentinel put a penetrating hit and stopped it from shooting. So it has 1 hull point left and it cannot shoot the main gun. And over here we've got the Flamers came out, and combined shooting I killed 3 or 4 models? 3 models?
3 models.
And they failed their morale and almost ran off the table. So at the end of the 4th turn, I do get overwhelming... Did I kill anything in shooting?
Yeah,
no.
it's that squad.
Oh, right. So I did get overwhelming firepower. I also get ascendancy, and I am securing objective 6. So that's a big turn for the Imperial Guard, and ascendancy gives me 1 point. Moving on to Chaos, turn 4, and he still has secure objective 3. It's over there with the Rhino.
So I got objective 6 twice, and Witch Hunter, which I'll redraw.
Okay, so secure objective 6 twice, which is right here.
This is a different objective. Huh? This is destroy their armory.
Oh, okay. So
I
that's
have to destroy a vehicle or number of vehicles.
Cool. So he's probably going to get it by killing that Rhino if he moves up to take objective 3.
Instead of Witch Hunter, I have objective 3.
Okay, awesome. So 2 objective 3s. That means that killing that rhino and taking that objective is worth 3 points.
Not too bad.
And then secure objective 6 is back here. So you could get a potential of 4 points this turn if that mutilator deep strikes properly this turn.
We'll see.
On to the turn 4 and the Chaos Lord. Oh, by the way, these Tallarn killed that last Marine after losing 1. They've just been chewing through everything. Okay, on to the next turn. Okay, so the Mutilator tried to objective secure this objective and scattered back into the ruins. Oh no. He did kill the Rhino with Twiddling Meltaguns, giving him destroy the armory, and he secured objective 3 twice, giving him a total of 3 points, which brings his total up to 5 cards. The Lord, trying to safeguard Warlord, moved up, charged, and then consolidated back behind the crate here against those poor Tallarn, finally ending the rampage of the Blob Squad. And the cultists have rallied in the backfield, while the Vindicator tried to tank shock the Flamer unit, but they passed their morale test. And in combat, my senior officer, the warlord of the whole campaign, has taken another wound while they have done nothing to the Terminator. So, fate lies in the balance. Warlord is up for grabs. And it is now turn 5. I still have secure objective 1, and I have to draw another 4 cards. So, hungry for glory, issue a challenge. Psychological warfare, try and make you fail a morale test. Secure objective 2, which is by my Sentinel. And secure objective 2 again, the Sentinel is proving his weight in gold. Okay, moving on to turn 5. Okay, end of turn 5. I discarded Psychological Warfare because it's going to be hard for me to force morale tests. But I did get objective 2 with my Sentinel twice, and the Flamer junior officers have taken objective 1 and killed 1 more cultist. Okay, the Sentinel did wreck the Vindicator here, while these Marines just hang around here, and these Obliterators are ready to take Warlord, because this combat's still a bust. Unless he's, just gonna still kill me with his lightning claw. While the Terminators charged into the Mutilator, killed him, but did take 1 casualty as it lashed out with morphed chain fists. So, what has Chaos?
Ascendancy, King
3 objectives.
Slayer,
Oh
objective
no, the
5,
Warlords.
objective 4, and this one is Tactical Destruction.
Okay.
I score a point if I kill one of your units controlling an objective.
Very cool. So you have to try and kill that Sentinel, and you get that. Kingslayer, if you kill my Warlord, that's Warlord plus D3 extra points.
Yeah.
That's huge this game.
That'll be
They're
good.
going for the glory here, because we're only like a few points apart, so this is going to be a tight game.
Yeah.
It is going to be tight. Okay. Will the Iron Warriors cause the Black Templars? They've already killed the chaplain, laid him low, and it's all about the sacred defiling of this thing here. Okay. On to turn 5. Could be the end of the game. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so Kingslayer, finally, the lightning
combat
claw
almost never
Terminator. Yeah, he finally killed the Warlord and has gained Feel No Pain as the gods smile on his chaotic
One away from a
fury.
Demon Prince.
My Terminator did pass all 4 saves he was required to make. 2 Rens and 2 saves from the assault cannons that let loose from the Obliterators, while my junior officer and his squad were completely engulfed by the 1 Flamer back here, and the Chaos Lord charged in and blew up the Sentinel, but did take a wound in the process. That has given him Ascendancy, 3 objectives. He took 1 point. He did get Kingslayer, which gave him 3 additional points, and he also killed a unit that was controlling an objective that gave him another point. That is a 5-point turn,
Not too
which
bad.
has brung his total up to 11 total points. 12 with Linebreaker.
Yep.
Right? And I have 9 total points, 10 with Linebreaker. So I'm 2 points behind now with that crazy good turn that he had. It's turn 5. Could be the end of the game. I'm going to let Jad roll it.
All right, let's see how it goes.
Let's see what happens. And the game continues to a fateful and probably very important turn 6. I still have Hungry for Glory to try and get that challenge, but I do not think that I will be able to get that. And now I get 6 cards, correct? So, secure objective 5. Big Game Hunter to try and kill a tank, which I could have done, so I can't discard that one. Secure objective 4. Secure objective 6 again. And last but not least, Kingslayer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if I can do this at the end of the game. End of turn 6 for the Space Marines. We had the plasma gunner kill himself, but they luckily didn't run away and they held objective 5. These guys held objective 4, and this held objective 6. So I did kill this Terminator with a multi-melta, and a lot of shooting from all this killed one Obliterator, and 1 wound is left on the other Obliterator who passed his save. Moving on to the Chaos flank. The Valkyrie killed 2 with its multi-laser, and they passed their morale test. Their leadership 7, and they held. But I am getting line breaker there with that. Okay, so right now I did get 3 more points, bringing my total up to 13. So I'm 1 point up on the Chaos Space Marines, but it is his turn, and he gets 6 cards. Let's see what happens. Supremacy is...
Scour the Skies. This one is Hold the Battle Line. If I score a point if I kill any unit within my deployment zone or 18 inches of it.
Okay.
Objective 5.
So middle of the board.
I have to redraw this one. It's Destroy a Fortification.
Oh, right, okay.
Harness the Warp. Objective 1.
Oh, that's in your deployment zone.
Recon.
Oh no, that's 2 points. Like without having to do anything, that's 2 points here, which means that he's gonna be 1 point up again without having to get anything else.
Nice.
So if he keeps that guy alive, he takes the game because of line breaker. If the game doesn't go on to turn 7, because there's nothing he can really do against the Valkyrie right now.
Unless I can charge it.
Yes, unless he gets a long charge with his Chaos Lord. Okay, and then he'd get another point just to solidify that victory. Okay, wow, what an intense game. The battle for the Cathedral continues to rage on. Okay, end of turn 6. And the Chaos Space Marines have successfully reconned the battlefield, and the to-ground cultists back here have taken objective 1 by their defensive line. So they're holding the defenses against the Imperial scum. This Obliterator is alive, but the 1 twin-link plasma gun, I passed another save with my Terminator. He has not died. He's awesome. Look how cool he looks. He looks really cool in his cool scenic base and everything. Oh yeah, he's a boss. Okay, and the Lord rolled a Snake Eyes for difficult terrain and then had to run. So hopefully in next turn he gets to do some damage. So we'll see what happens. Okay, there's 14 points to the Chaos Space Marines to 13 points to the Imperial forces. 1 point victory for Chaos at the end of turn 6.
Yeah.
Let's see if it goes on to a fateful turn 7. He rolled last time, so I guess it's only fair that I roll this time.
All right, see what happens.
Okay, fateful dice right here. On a 4+, there is another turn. It is a 3, and the game is...
Good game.
Over. Good game, sir.
That was tight.
Oh my goodness, the Chaos forces have thwarted the Imperial defense of the Basilica. Okay, so a bit of aftermath here after the game. Wow. First of all, I want to touch on Highlander.
Yeah?
It's Highlander style army list, which is there can only be 1 Highlander, which is you build an army list and you can't take repeat units. The only repeats you can take are normally troops, but you can only do that if you take as many troops as you have available. So in your case, you had Chaos Space Marines, cultists, Obliterator Mutilator, and that allowed you to take another Chaos Space Marine unit and another Obliterator unit.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? Only one Rhino, only one
Lord, one Dreadnought.
One Dreadnought. All in all, it makes for very like thematic, themed games. Awesome. So, tell me about your plan, what you were thinking, and what happened, what didn't happen, and kind of like how you pull that out by the skin of your teeth at the end of the game.
Well, I think luck had a lot to do with it. My attack sort of got stalled a bit by that one blob squad eating up my Chaos Marine squad at my bikes.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit frustrating.
The chaplain was leading the charge.
Yeah, even my lord or my sergeant had a 2+ armor save and +1 initiative, he still ate it to a bunch of 1 saves.
I love that at the beginning of the game you were saying how crappy the Crozius Arcanum was, and it was the Crozius Arcanum that made you the most pain on that flank.
Yeah, but my lord's power maul did a lot of work too against your guardsmen.
It did, yeah, and then he was back here like surviving and just denying me Kingslayer at the end of the game.
Yeah, rolling away those Terminators as fast as he possibly could.
Yeah, those Terminators were actually, I feel, were the linchpin at the backfield. They really helped me hold my line, other than that one Obliterator at the back there.
Yeah, those Obliterators, though, they won me the game.
They did, yeah. Line breaker and taking Objective 3 twice.
And killing that
Rhino. Like, these Obliterators back here did some absolute work.
Their plasma cannons did a whole bunch of work on these guys over there earlier in the game.
Yeah, and then that Vindicator kind of kept me hemmed back. I didn't really want to move directly or bunch up, so it kind of forced me to spread out. I think a key point in the game was when your Obliterators failed to kill my Exterminator.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, because that Exterminator puts out some shots.
Yeah.
And then at the end, when you flamed all my guardsmen here.
Yeah, best 5 points ever spent.
Oh
flavor.
my goodness, that was brutal. Anyway, all in all, what a fantastic game. Had a lot of fun. Thanks a lot, Jared.
Anytime.
Awesome. Jared is one of the patrons of the channel. He makes really cool looking armies. He's been converting these Iron Warriors. We will be doing a showcase of his Iron Warrior army as well, so make sure you stay tuned for that video. If you'd like to support the channel on Patreon, please check the link down below and take a look at all the cool perks and rewards as well as the additional content. Other than that, this is Skari, your grateful host, signing off, and make sure you stay tuned for the Tactical Corner every Thursday, where I talk about the tactics that I used on the battle report released earlier this week. After all, this is Skari, your grateful host, signing off. Skari, out.